Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the perspective view. In this question, we are discussing the square prism has a base edge of 30 mm and a height 60 mm. It is resting on its side faces on the ground plane. Its base face is parallel and 10 mm behind the picture plane. The station point is situated 30 mm in front of the picture plane, 60 mm above the ground plane, 40 mm to the left side from the axis of the square prism. Draw the perspective view. At first, we are drawing the ground line. Now we have to draw the square over the top because it is resting on its side faces. Just imagine this is a square prism. It is resting. We can see on the top view the rectangle faces, and on the front view we can see the square face. So we are drawing the square above the ground line. Now mark the points. Every line we draw as thin lines. So this is the front view of the square prism. Now we are going to draw the top view. On the top view we can see the height because it's placed like this. Yes, we can complete the front view and top view here. Now we can name it. At first, when we look from here, we can see the face A, B, C, D here. So I mark it as A, B, C, D. So on the top we can see A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash on the front view. Here A comma B, then D comma C, and going to the back side on the back face, again we can see A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash and D1 dash. I mark here also A1, B1, D1, C1. Now we have to draw the picture plane. Picture plane lies like this, and we can see the base face is parallel and 10 mm behind the picture plane. So we can mark the picture plane 10 mm in front. can mark the line here. We can check it with 2 points. Yes. So within a thin line we can mark the picture plane, and this is the ground line GL. Now moving on to mark the station point. The station point is situated 30 mm in front of the picture plane. So we have to draw a line 30 mm in front and 60 mm above the ground plane. So mark will be here, and 40 mm to the left side from the axis of the prism. So we have to mark the axis. To find the midpoint. So now I'm drawing the axis line. Thirty mm in front. Here we can see 40 mm to the left. You can check the 40 line. So this is the 40 line. So this is the top view. Top view of the station point. The 30, 40. Then we have to draw it is 60 mm above. So we mark the point here. This is the front view of the station point. So here we can see the top view, 30 mm below, 40 mm to the left, and the front view 60 mm above the ground plane. Now moving on to the next step, we have to draw visual rays to the corners with thin lines. Now at first we are connecting the front face in the top view, only plotting the front face here. Now we plot the front face to the station point, and on the front view of the prism every corners. Now we have these points. This is A, B, and this is D, C. Now we have to draw perpendicular lines connecting to these visual rays. The points. Yes, you can check for the perpendicular lines. Yes. Now we mark the points here using a thin line, and you can give the names. So the B from the line, we can plot the B here and this point as A. Similarly, we can check and draw the next line DC from the point DC. Mark the points, then draw a thin line. You can here get the point C, and here we get the point D. Now we can go for the back side or back face and connect it to the station point. Now we can give names. This is A1, B1, and this is D1 and C1. Similarly, we draw the perpendicular lines. Mark the points and thin line. Again mark the points. Thin lines. Now we can get the points here. So this is A1, here B1, C1 and D1. So we get 8 points here. Now we can connect these points. So this is the outer, connect the outer points. Connect the points. So this is the outer portion, and we can see this face will be hidden. So A1, C1, D1 will be hidden. Mark the points. can see to see this line will be also hidden. The rest will be visible. Okay, mark that. Now we can give the thick lines. And we can mark the dimensions. Here the base side is 30. Here the height is 60. The picture plane is 10 mm in front. The station point is 30 mm in front of the picture plane. Now we have to mark the height. (60 mm) above the ground plane. And 40 mm to the left. So this is the perspective view of the square prism. Thank you.